Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the carpet premiere on the opening of the Bagri Foundation London Indian Film Festival here in Birmingham.
And what I love is the fact that today is a red carpet premiere. We've been to quite a few in the last couple of years. Sometimes they choose a different colour, but today it's definitely a red carpet. We've got the director, Leena Yadav, alongside the producer, Ajay Devgan, who are going to be here walking the red carpet. We're going to get all the interviews just for you.
Now I bumped into one who's a star, an entrepreneur, a businesswoman. We're obviously talking about Mrs. Uppal. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Now, no, since Big Brother, let's just forget about Big Brother because you've done so much more, bigger and better things since then. So just for anyone who hasn't followed your career in that depth, what have you been doing?
So I've done a few movies out in India. 3 are releasing this year. I've started producing, so I'm producing a Punjabi movie. We're starting to shoot that in September. And I've been concentrating more on the business side as well. I opened up a modelling agency, so I've got an office in Mumbai. So, yeah.
And now this festival here, the London Film Festival, this is the second year it's here in Birmingham, and it's got more films in Birmingham showing as opposed to in London. Now, you tell me, how important is festivals like this for filmmakers like yourself?
It's very important because so many films are made every year and they're not able to be released, and it's not because they're not good, but to get a movie released, it's hard. So at least these festivals, it's a chance to show people the films that can't get released, and it gives people a platform, it gives people a chance. So it's really important.
Now, what are we going to hear from you next? I mean, we're coming, to summer. We've got a lot of hay fever in the air, especially you can hear from my voice. So what are we going to hear from you this year? What's the next thing that we're going to hear from yourself?
I'm just concentrating on the business side, like I said. So I want to expand my modelling agency. I want to getting tongue twisted today. I want to open offices in England, and then 2 of my films will be releasing this year: Ye Hai India and Parking. So a few things.
Well, please keep in touch with us here on Brit Asia. We love you, and we would love to be a part of your journey. Yeah. That's brilliant. So make sure you stay with us on the journey. All right, you take care.
Thank you.
Enjoy the evening. So we've got some more people coming up, and I just want to introduce you to Carrie, which is the festival director. Without this man, none of this stuff would ever have happened. Carrie, how excited are you to be here in Birmingham on your own red carpet?
Yeah, it's amazing to be in Birmingham, the second city of Britain, and it's really it's a cool place to be. I've always loved Birmingham. I've worked here as well, so it's lots of fond memories being back in the city, and it's great to bring this kind of feast of independent cinema to the city.
Now, the thing is that when we talk about independent cinema, you got more films showing here in Birmingham than in London. How did that work out?
Well, I think we wanted to show, we were very happy with the first go at last year, the first launch here in Birmingham, so we really wanted to come back even stronger. So so we came back with a rich diversity of cinema, films that really entertain you but make you think, and sometimes challenging, and sometimes just like films that just think, wow, I learned something else about South Asia or India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan and Bangladesh that I didn't know. And of course we're looking at India in terms of India and neighbours as well, though we call it London Indian Film Festival in Birmingham. It's also including Pakistani films, Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan films as well. So many different subject matters, many different languages, 14 major languages in the festival, and we've got loads of Q&As from lots of talent coming up to the city as well. So
now you've done this almost 7 years in a row, and every year you think, oh, I'm going to make it smaller, but it demands you to get bigger.
It refuses to get smaller. Unfortunately, it just keeps going up and up, and thinking, feel the G-forces. We're like kind of like straining with the. So most festivals normally top out about year 5, but this one's just kind of still going up like this. So it's quite challenging, but that makes it more exciting to do. And if you love cinema, then this is the place to be.
Now in Brit Asia, we play a lot of Punjabi music, a lot of local artists and everything. You've got a lot of films that represent all the community. But the closing night film is quite special, you said, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, Toba Tek Singh is the world premiere of the film for a start. We've got Ketan Mehta is one of the great art house directors of all time from South Asia, and the film is the world premiere of a film which is based on a story by Mantur, who's a very famous writer of the partition period. And the film is about a mental health hospital, and about it's kind of like, it's not a sad story, it's kind of a very thought-provoking story about the inmates of a hospital who are Muslim, Hindu and Sikh, and about how the world...
It's more of the uplifting side of that tragic time in our history, isn't it?
But it's kind of like the idea that the world outside the hospital is in fact much crazier than the people in it. They're the sane ones, and about how they are the ones that love each other and are caring for each other, and the world who doesn't give a damn outside, and forces them, into a challenging situation. But their love holds them through, their friendship holds them through.
Carrie, thank you so much.
Now, I'm joined by one of the stunning actresses from the film Parched. I've got Leher here. Leher, it's a pleasure to have you here. How old are you now?
I'm 17.
So how old were you when you filmed Parched?
I was 14.
Goodness me. Now, this film tackles a lot in terms of female issue, but I want to focus on your character. You are a daughter-in-law, unfortunately subdued to a lot. I'm not going to give anything away, but what I want to ask you is, how did it feel for you to be playing a role which, for a lot of women in India, they become daughter-in-laws?
Yeah, it's very difficult for, especially, you know, being 14 and being the daughter-in-law. It was very difficult. But I think that's the truth, you know, in rural areas of India. I think that's the truth. So, you know, I have to. And I was very young for the character, I'm pretty sure. Like, the character was 15. So, yeah, same here. So, but the thing was, it was difficult. And it was... one point of time was weird also for me to hear that, because, you know, we are from a city, and, you know, that was about a rural...
Well, this is what happens on a red carpet. I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I get the main lead? Yeah, if we can just bring you through. We've just talking about the fantastic film Parched. I've got to say a big thank you to all of you for coming, and I'm sorry to interject like that, but this is what happens on a red carpet. Let's start off with yourself. We were talking a lot yesterday during the red carpet about the fact that this film is in a lot of ways empowering for women, although you really get to see some of the brutality that women have to go through in India. How did you feel about taking on this role?
I want to first correct you. When you say that, you know, that it shows a lot of brutality that women go through in India, I don't think that's true at all. I think women go through brutality all over the world, which is why wherever we've screened the film, women from different parts of the world have come to us and said that it happened in my backyard. It happens with me, and we've connected to it. And sometimes people can speak about it. They go to therapists. Sometimes people don't. So the thing is that, and while making the film and while studying my character in it, what I also realized is that it is not something which is distant in a village in a remote place in India. It happens to many people around me as well. You know, as artists, I think somehow we are a little more empowered. Some of us are, and many of us are not. And I think the empathy that I sort of felt with Rani's character, because it's also a story that came from me. I had discussed this with Leena, and that's how actually the film had happened. So it was incredible that I could be such an integral part of the writing process right from the beginning. And it's based on very, very real life experiences.
I think I agree with you on that, actually. You know, it is a film about hope, and that's an aspect that we must focus on, and about empowering women. I think you're also right. There's a lot of people, even in the UK, Birmingham and London, who will relate to that. Fantastic role. I'd just like to finally get your thoughts. The only male character who's here with the female cast. How's it for yourself being in a film filled with such fantastic female actors?
Yeah, it's amazing to work with such wonderful actors. About Leher, if I would say, the kind of innocence she has, that's amazing. And I've learned a lot through her acting. And yeah, she's a crafted actress, and I thoroughly enjoyed working with her.
Just finally then, Leher, let's get your final thoughts, because you mentioned you were a lot younger when you made this film. How's it been? What's the journey been for you, going and attending the premieres, it feels almost like a family, really, with the cast?
Yeah, it is a family. And for me, actually, I was the youngest one. So I was the pampered one of all of them. And Aseem sir used to call me my little princess. So that's one example of pampered. How pampered I was. But yeah, it's a family. We all are together. This is my first premiere though. But all of them, they were there in Toronto and everywhere. So I missed it, but I was having my exams, so I couldn't go.
We made sure that we do make it up to her, because in the film, she's tortured so much. So outside, you know, behind the camera, we pampered her.
And I think that's the best thing. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic night tonight.
I would say one thing, that this film is all about women, and I feel all men should watch it. It's amazing. All men should watch it. Yeah.
What a fantastic message from the cast of Parched. All men should definitely watch this film.
So Richie Rich,
hello.
How are you?
I'm really good. I'm excited, and I don't think I could scrub up this well, but look what soap can do. Look at this.
Now, on Brit Asia, you know, it's based here in the West Midlands, and a lot of people know that me and Shay work on BBC WM, right? But you have been part of BBC WM for years.
Yeah, I'm like that old sofa that you can't throw out. I've been there since like Jesus was walking around and stuff. But yeah, BBC WM, we love these kind of events, and we are the kind of like West Midlands radio station.
Most definitely, and you obviously now, Richie, you do a Friday show, and very much about entertainment and what's happening in and around, and you like to get the local people involved. So anyone who's listening to this right now, and they're based in the West Midlands, how can they get in touch with you and the station to get their voice on the station?
So many ways. Like, we're always looking for people to call in and text in and get involved, and we have some huge guests on there and stuff like that. So you can always text in and ring in, find us on Twitter, on Facebook, everything. We love people getting involved. It doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, just get in touch. If you live in the West Midlands, we are the radio station for you.
Thank you so much, Richie. It's said with so much passion. I love you, man. That's Richie Anderson from BBC WM. Lina, Ajay, it's a real pleasure to have you both here in Birmingham. We've had the pleasure of speaking to you earlier on today. I've got to start off with yourself, Lina. I've congratulated you before. What a fantastic film. Talking a lot today about female empowerment. Do you think we're ever going to get to that point where we will have full gender equality?
I hope so, and by that time we might have to empower the men.
How do you feel?
That's true, that's true.
Talking about fantastic female cast, we've just been speaking to some of them that have been here with you throughout this journey for the festival. For yourself, and of course everyone's going to get the opportunity to see the film today, but I'd like to ask you as the director, what is your standout moment, that poignant moment in the film that stays with you? And I know it's going to be hard, but is there one that really stays with you?
Everything has stayed with me and it's come from me, but yeah, the moment between the two women, I think as a director, I think I've done something which has outlived even my expectation. I think that's a very, very special scene to me.
Something, Ajay, I think a lot of the fans have always respected about yourself as an actor, producer, and now director as well, is the fact that you are a risk taker. You know, whether we talk about Omgada, Raincoat, of course, now you've put your name and you've produced this particular film, Parched. Why is it time and time again you like to support films which at some point, especially with this film, support women and in some ways really show the betterment of women?
Because I think it all depends on your upbringing, and when I was growing up and even now, I've always been surrounded by women, and fabulous women. From my grandmother to my mother to my sisters to my daughter, wife, everybody. And we've always been taught how to respect women. And when you see that not happening all over the world, you feel like you want to pick up the issue.
Now, I've got to pick up on that point just for a moment. You have been tweeting quite extensively. Hashtag #matters now.
I'm happy that people are responding very well to it. I think if you have to pick up an issue, then you have to begin at home. Yes. So that's what I did, and I was happy looking at the Twitter today, and people posting their daughters and saying my strength. I can imagine how the girls must be feeling.
I'll tell you, we feel amazing and we think about time. Just finally, and then Lina will get your final point on this. You brought your daughter yesterday to London Indian Film Festival in London. You're here in Birmingham. I would just like to get a message from you, because I think it wouldn't be fair if I didn't ask you this. You've had a lot of fans who've supported you, both who have immigrated from India and those like myself who are second generation born in this country. What would you like to say to them that have followed your journey?
I would really I just want to thank them, because it's their support which has got me where I am today, and whatever little bit of success I have is all because of their love, and I do not ever want to let them down.
And I'm sure you haven't, the fact that you're here.
My best not to.
Just finally for yourself, Lina, there's a lot of hope that this film is going to be shown in India. A lot of people who, because of social media, we've just talked about hashtag #MyGirlMyStrength, are looking for this film to come to India. They've heard about it in Toronto. They've heard about it here in the UK. What is the update with regards to what's going to be happening in India?
So we're hoping for a September release, and I'm very optimistic the fact that somebody made a film like this in today's time, I'm sure there's a way to get it out there to India, where it belongs. If the world has embraced it, then I'm sure India will too.
Sorry, do you want to
Yeah, no, it'll definitely release in September or October. We'll take a call on that.
That's fantastic. Just finally, Lena, I know you are somebody who is seen as a director, and rightly so. There may well be a young girl watching this across the country who, for whatever reason, hasn't thought she's got the ability. You, as somebody who's a writer, director, has led the way. What would you like to say to that young girl who's thinking, I can't do it?
She can, if she wants to. I mean, then that's true for boys and girls. If you have a desire that's strong enough, the universe really makes a way for you, and it does. I've seen it.
Lena, Ajay, a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So we've just walked the red carpet, and Sunny and I are delighted to catch up with the lovely Scottish Punjabi actress and model Ramit Kaur. Ramit, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Not bad at all, thank you. Now, Sunny and I are brand ambassadors for the festival, and we're talking a lot over the past year about the importance of independent film. This film, Parched, is focusing on 4 female leads. Why do you feel it's important to focus and look at the female gender in film?
Well, do you know what? First of all, the guys are literally taking over. So male dominant is unbelievable, and I think it's great to know that it's fantastic, and I'm here to support it. It's great news. It's all about the girl power, man. It's about time. It's all about, if guys can carry a film throughout the film, girls can do it as well.
I couldn't agree with you more. Let's also talk about the fact that the London Indian Film Festival has come to Birmingham. For the past 7 years, we've been enjoying the red carpets in London. It's now here for the 2nd year in Birmingham. Why did you decide to make it a point to be in Birmingham as opposed to London?
Do you know what? It's always in London. That's the thing. You know what? First time, I always come to Birmingham. I love Birmingham. Birmingham's like my second home, and I feel so proud that it's in Birmingham. Like, I know there was one in London yesterday, but I thought, nah, I'm not going to the London one. London's just typical. Birmingham is putting a spot on the map, and that's how we do.
I do like that, and I couldn't agree with you more. Just finally, what's your perspective on this film, not only focusing on women, but it's an independent film, okay? A lot of the time we look at the commercial films and it's all Bollywood. This is independent. You yourself, starring in Punjabi films now. How important is it for us to look at and enjoy the independent film?
Well, do you know what? It's the first time probably watching an independent film myself, and I think it'll be great. It'll be a great experience. It's not all about the kind of whole Bollywood shebang all the time. I think it's great to see like an independent film doing well as well, and we're all here to support it. I think it's great.
Fantastic, Ramit. What do you want to say to your fans?
I just want to say, keep supporting Love My Laddus. I'm so happy to be here in front of you as well. She looks absolutely stunning, and yeah, we have a great night. Thanks.
So at the London Indian Film Festival, what we'd like to do is make a lot of noise, and someone who's definitely been doing that on the red carpet, as you could hear earlier on, is these lovely ladies. Hello, ladies! Hey! Now, tell me what your name is.
I'm Pav, and this is my group, Eternal Tal. We're from the Midlands area, and we're absolutely so excited and amazed with the function. Obviously, Sunny and Shay are here. It's been an absolutely amazing evening.
Now, the thing is that, you know, when you think about door players, you always associate that as a male kind of thing. And so, therefore, I don't see any males in your team right now. Was that a conscious decision to have Tal as being part? Am I saying that
yeah,
right?
Tal.
Eternal Tal is a female group of door players?
Yeah, I mean, that's where the vision is. It's a very male-dominating industry, and to change that about 20 years ago when I started, you know, I wanted to push females, empower females. I'm my youngest. I got my youngest here. Hello.
Hello.
We got Tan and Lena and the rest of them. So yeah, it's been a really tough journey, but having females like this to perform at so high-profile events is just amazing.
Now, here's the thing: that when you started playing the Tal, everyone else was just like, we can't hear anything else but the Tal, right? Is that the aim of the Tal? If anyone who doesn't know what Tal playing is that what you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a powerful instrument from the north part of India, which is Punjab. You know, our ancestors, our roots are from there, our culture's from there. These like all speak Punjabi. We've got non-Asians here as well. Woo! So like, we try and empower our culture, our vision into other cultures, religions, and we're so proud of them. Well done, team. Well done.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step out the way, and you lot do what you do, okay?
Yeah, awesome.
Make some noise,
Make some noise.
all right? Hey,
Steady.
this is Brit Asia just signing off from the red carpet here in Birmingham. Where's my wife gone? I think she's with Ajay Devgan. That's it. That's what happens. You get a famous star, and then she's gone, and who knows? She might be in his next film. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to be left here with Brit Asia audiences, and you know, I don't mind that. So here's me signing off with these brilliant, talented people here from the West Midlands. This is Sunny and Shay, Eternal Tal.
मैं बादल की बिटिया। लगन पसे पति का घर ही छोरी का असली घर होता से।
मेरा देवर मेरे ऊपर जबरदस्ती करता से, मौका देखी इतना हाथ मारते से।
अब धाम का मान रखी ले और वापस चली जा।
मर्द भी बांझ हो सकता है, जरूरी नहीं है औरत की गलती हो हमेशा।
मर्द बांझ हो सकते से?
बिल्कुल।
अगर तेरे ऊपर इतना पैसा नहीं खर्चा होता ना तो कब का बाहर फेंक दिया होता।
अब मुझे समझ में आया मेरे बाप ने तुझे क्यों छोड़ दिया, एक रांड के लिए।
प्यार कोई चिड़िया नहीं, एक ही जिंदगी मिली से हमें और ई जिंदगी में ही मिलेगी।